Hi, Miriam Boccaccio. Today I'm making a sausage, white bean, and spinach soup. I'm going to use spicy Italian sausage and sweet Italian sausage. This is regular pork sausage, and you want to cut it as thin as you can. So it's a hearty soup. You don't have to worry about making them smaller, but if some pieces are too big, I cut them in half. Like for instance, this one was a little bit big, so I'm going to cut it in half if I can find my knife. Got it. Okay, so you want to just take it, cut it in half. And I wanted to tell you that I poach the sausage for dishes like this. One, because it makes it nice and firm and you can cut it. And two, because you don't need all that fat in the soup. You do not need it all. So I'm going to slice this other piece down and we'll be right back. Turn on my gas. And you start this the same way you do any other soup. I use about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And I have a mirepoix. I have 4 carrots, and you can see they're not cut real small, but they are cut thin. Okay, and I have 2 stalks of celery cut in nice sizes, and I have 2 medium onions. So we're going to put that all in. And what this is called is sweating the vegetables. And the reason why it's sweating is because a little bit of moisture starts to come out. It releases all the flavors. So in Italian, like I told you before, this is sofrito. But French, it is a mirepoix. Okay, so we're going to just stir that up. And I always like to salt this. And you cook this low. Not on simmer, just on low. Because you just want to sweat it. And that's going to take about 5 minutes. So I'm going to salt and pepper that. When that's released its juices, we'll come back. Ready. Next thing I want to throw in is my sausage. So I can get some of that flavors from that into my sausage. Mix that up real good. I was talking to James Rosen this morning, and his mother put fennel in this, and that's a good idea. I'm going to try that next time. And he owns JR Saloon, Fishtown. I think it's like one of the oldest bars or, saloons in the city. I'm going to try it as soon as I can get out there. So you don't have to worry about browning the sausage, but I am going to raise the gas a little so we can get a little bit of color on it. So while this is cooking, I wanted to show you, I add a potato. You don't have to, but this is such a hearty soup. And this is a meal. This is a meal here. Get a nice loaf of bread. So when you want to do your potatoes ahead of time, what you want to do is put them in water and they won't turn black on you. If you don't put them in water, they're going to turn black. So again, you don't have to make this really small because it's going into a hearty soup. So I just wanted to show you, like, cut a piece, right? And the knife will stick, okay? So then you have a flat surface. And then you can cut it down. And this knife sticks, but they make those knives now. I have quite a few of them. They have all the ridges here. Supposedly that helps with the sticking. Don't fall for it, though. You'll spend $175 on a knife like that. And it doesn't do any different than that. So I'm just going to cut this in half. I'm going to put chunks in. And it's really not going to bring any flavor to the soup, so it's not really, doesn't have to go in there to melt with the flavor. It gives a little texture, a little body, and adds a little starch. So I can smell this, and I can see that the sausage is rendering all those flavors out of it in the fat, and that's why you don't need to cook it like raw. I'm going to throw my potato in. It's almost like you're building a steak. Throw that in. And I want to add some salt for my potatoes. The potatoes are salt in the noodles. I have 1 can of white beans, cannellini beans. They're rinsed. Make sure you rinse them because they're packed in salt. You don't need to buy dry beans and worry about soaking them overnight. You don't have to. The canned beans they make today are so good. Now, look at that. Is that or is that not incredible? So I'm going to start putting my herbs in. I got 2 bay leaves. Make sure you take them out. In here I have about a tablespoon mix of sage, parsley, basil, and oregano. These are all dried from my yard. But you don't have to. Put whatever herbs you have in your house. And they don't have to be fresh. They don't have to be from your garden. Just put whatever you like. You like parsley, just put parsley. So I got that going, and I want to say next step I want to put in I have chicken broth, and I really don't think that this soup would be good building it with just water in there. You can mix water, but I like soup. This is about 2.5 quarts. I made this. You don't have to. You can use, boxed chicken stock or chicken broth. And look at that beautiful color. Just look at that color from everything. Oh my God, this soup is so good. I love this soup so much. And that looks like it's going to be enough. But we're going to put in our spinach. We're going to bring this to a boil. And we're going to put in our spinach. I just want to show you real quick what we're going to do with it. So I have here 3 really packed cups of spinach. And you just take it and you're just going to throw it down on the board and let's chop it. You don't even have to if you don't want to, but I prefer to. So I'm going to get all that chopped, and then I'm going to throw it in there when this comes to a boil. It's getting ready to boil. You can see little bubbles here. And always, soup always makes this little film at the top. You can just skim that off. You don't have to. It's not a big deal. It'll disappear. It just comes off from the meat and everything. It's just nothing. You can see I have all my spinach cut up. You could add a tablespoon of tomato paste right now. I'm not sure if I want to. If I do, I'll put it in. But I did want to tell you that I did add 2 more cups of water because I had a couple of people already told me that they want me to drop this off. So I have to drop it off to my friends and my brother. So, and I'd like to have a dish for myself. Okay, so that's come to a boil. You can see it's boiling. And it don't have to be boiling, but you can see it is. And I'm going to pour all this in. Everything in. Don't waste not, want not. And I want to season the spinach. Then everything else, we'll season it at the end. This soup ain't going to take more than 30 to 45 minutes because what you're doing now, you're just putting all the flavors together and you want to get the carrots and the celery nice and soft. But look at this. Oh my God, wait till you see this done. Yeah. Okay, so now you see, the more it boils, the more this is going to come up. So I'm going to lower this now. It's got to go to the bada boom stage, like my father used to say. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Marianne, the soup must go. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. And you can see it. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. So we're going to let this cook for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and season it, and I'm going to decide if I want to put a little bit of tomato paste. I cooked it for an hour. You can see, look how beautiful it is. I turned it off about 5 minutes ago. Look at that. You can see it reduced down. Look how pretty it is. You don't need no tomato in here. And I'm going to plate myself a dish of this. Make a nice, get a nice piece of crusty bread. It's like a stew. Look at that. Now remember, mine is spicy. You don't have to make it spicy. My friend Marie, she makes it with spicy chicken sausage, which is another option you can do. And it is delicious with the chicken sausage. So this is the dish. I hope you like this video. If you do, please share it. If you make it, send me a picture. I want everybody, please, please, please stay safe out there, okay? We're getting close to getting better. Make sure you get there. Stay safe. Everybody, cheers.